Welcome to Commentary. I am Ary, and we are at the screen again. It's a bit weird because we only start the screen when we start a new game completely, right? At another location and stuff, yada yada yada. I am actually at another location, but that does not matter. I am in the itch.io version again. But this time not for Caine. We're actually, I mean, when you'd see this probably, I will explain why, but like this will be like way in the future. But since I am already on Patreon right now and have the itch.io version and most of this guy's stuff is already done, I thought we would look into this because I'm really hyped for him and I want to know how his story goes, I guess. Yeah, so let's check him out. Gray Jensen. Not the best name, Jensen, I guess? I don't know. But whatever. And yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna post this like until he's actually released, probably, but I'm gonna read it anyways. Again, because I'm hyped. Yeah, so let's see. Gray Jensen. Young and capable when in high school, you're unwillingly made leader and help protect students. Oh yeah, that means like the release version might be a bit different to this one. So like if there's anything else, like if there's anything, you know, that's different from your version, then that's why. It's because I'm playing this way in the past. Anyway, by accident, you end up helping out the leader of your rival high school, Gray. He, not knowing who you are, takes a liking to you. Years later, you purchase an abandoned building and start your own boutique. Strange people keep entering the boutique and ask to see the basement. Oh yeah, I'm renting that out to him, I think I read somewhere else. Then one day, Gray walks in to do the same thing. Realizing you're the new owner, Gray asks you to rent out the basement to him so he can run his board game nights. Yeah, right. But can you really trust an old rival? Well, okay. Yeah, okay, let's just start this. I have no more things to say. We already know how this works. I'm just gonna make a new character. Wait, I'm naked. Whatever. I'm gonna name my character and stuff the same, so. Whatever, yeah, continue. I know. I think this should have. Wait, no, this should have unlocked some things. Okay, so that, like, this is how far he's already done. That's why I thought we can actually try him right now. Okay, the other ones I have to unlock still. Actually, we can just do that really quick. Actually, I don't even want an outfit. Let's just start this. Tailor Tales lighthearted game. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna look at the triggers. I'm gonna warn you. Like, if you don't want to see them, then like look away in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so gangs, stalking. Okay, sexist remarks, lying to Gray. Yeah, I read like this is probably gonna change the lying part. Male dom. What the hell? Male dom. Whatever that means. Okay. Wait, dominant always, but gentle a gentleman. Whatever. However that works. Likes to chase first, okay. Whatever. Okay, so like for people that don't want to see more spoilers, click away in like 3, 2, 1. Okay, so like they lie to both each other. Okay, whatever. Wait, sexual harassment towards me? Oh no. No, I do not need the controls. Thank you very much. Wait, what? Your gang leader name? Oh my god, I can pick a. Okay, like what's the most amazing thing I can think about in like 3 seconds? Go. Okay, the only thing that came to mind is Ferrari, which sounds like Ferrari. I don't want to pick that. No. Because it's Furious, right? And I was like, how can I make that a pun with my name? Dang it. Gang need a name. Dang it, this always happens. Nearly choked on some shock, that's why I was thinking, but like, why did I even think that out? Isn't it obvious? Like, my character already kind of looks like a cat girl or like a fox girl or whatever. I'm just gonna be Kitsune, like a nine-tailed fox and like a fox spirit in Japanese stuff. I'm just outing myself as a weeb. Or like, I mean, I like animes, right? Like, and I like Japan, but like not in that kind of way. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Why am I even talking? Kitsune it is. Yes, Kitsune. I hope did I write it correctly though. That would be really embarrassing. Kitsune, yeah. The bells sing. Oh no, it's light mode. We hate light mode. The bell signaling the end of days rings through the classroom, and my shoulders droop with a sigh of relief. It's been a long week, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to heading home and chilling out over the weekend, watching a few movies, maybe popping some popcorn, doing some online shopping. Oh, who am I kidding? What I'm really hoping for is some action. It's been almost 2 weeks since our last run with one of the rival gangs who pollute our city, but the quiet is unsettling. I can't help but wonder what they're up to, and when they strike next. Oh my god, is that Sarah? Yeah, now I can, after playing Caine's route, like, now I can see her stealing. Like, why was I even surprised if this is like her teenage self? Anyway. Shaking my head to clear the thought, I met my best friend, Sarah, in the hall, where she meets me with a bright smile. Oh yeah, also, like, if you didn't know, like, I already played, like, Dimitri, Neil, James, and now Caine. I actually am right now recording Caine. I'm nearly done. Just for your information, like, I already know this game. Tailor Tales is amazing. Play it, it's for free. If you like it, please subscribe to Patreon. Yada yada yada. Anyway, I'm done. Yeah. Ready for the weekend? I give her a dry look, resisting the urge to say something snarky in return. Something in her smile turns wicked, like she's up to no good. Lay it on me. What have you found out? The Da Capo gang is planning... Da Capo. Really? Okay. Yeah, also, like, this is, like, definitely a spin on, like, Romeo and Juliet, right? Like, the Capo, the Capulets, whatever. The Da Capo gang is planning a bonfire in Stratton Park next weekend, down by the river. Lacey caught wind of it on Facebook. You're right. So Nikki and I were thinking... Gross. No way, I'm crashing at the Capo party. Let me finish, Sarah says in a low whisper, ignoring the students who look at us as they walk by. Nikki and I were thinking, what better way to celebrate the new term than by calling in their bonfire to the authorities? I fixed my best friend with a pointed stare, my lips pursed in thought as I weighed up the options. On one hand, there's nothing I'd love better than to stir up some trouble with the Da Capo gang, but on the other, calling the police on a rival gang is a pretty low move. You know, it should really be you who makes the call. Don't you agree, Kitsune? I give Sarah a withering glare, knowing she finds the nickname the students of Cleaner Academy have given me as their leader just as absurd as I do. Surely we can think of something better than calling the cops. We want them to recognize our authority in the city, by our own means. Calling the police on them doesn't exactly scream menacing, you know? Shower Thrugs. Thrugs, yeah, she is a Thrug now. Cheryl shrugs. Dang, English. And I know she thinks otherwise. Remember when the capo called in that anonymous tip on Rex, saying she was running an illegal drug ring in his basement? If they can play dirty, then why can't we? I snorted the memory. Rex was the previous leader of the academy before me, and the police had torn his house apart on that particular occasion, only to come up empty. With a sigh, I have to admit that she has a point. So what do you say? She urges me on. We call the cops on them? I mean, it's kind of difficult for me because I'm like peace-loving and like law-abiding citizen. And now I kind of want to call the cops, but I'm a thug now, right? I don't know. I guess it's revenge. I don't know. Yeah, let's say I guess it's revenge. Whatever. Agreed. Bonfires are illegal in the city. Alright, Officer Camino. Do you want to bring your handcuffs and arrest them yourselves? Yes, I want to! Sarah chuckles, her eyes sparkling with amusement. I click my tongue at her, unimpressed, and she clams her mouth closed, making a gesture with her hand. Sorry, I didn't. Then her lips are making a gesture with her hand that her lips are sealed. The sentiment doesn't last long. On a more serious note, seeing the Phantom in cuffs has got to be the king of things. Wait, has to be the kind. Why am I just making up words today? Has to be the kind of things dreams are made of. Oh, the Phantom is probably like the guy, right? Like Gray. He is really pale, so. And he's probably nobody knows how he looks like. Just imagine it for a second, will you? I can't imagine someone in handcuffs that I don't even know what they look like. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Sarah and I head down the hallway together, students surrounding us on either side as everyone hurries to leave and head home for the afternoon. It's only when our phones go off simultaneously that we both stop to check the message. Pulling my phone from my pocket, I swipe the screen to unlock it and scan the words that appear. It's Nikki, she says with a gasp. Riversiders are here. Riverside, a high school on the opposite side of the River Maze, earning the title Riverside High, a rival school to both Cleaner Academy and no way, it's really called the Capo High. Okay, whatever. Its gang is led by the Hammer. Okay, so we have the Phantom and the Hammer. These are weird names, man. We'd better hurry, I say, quickly. I tuck my phone in my pocket once again and grab Sarah by the arm. The two of us race through the corridors, students leaping out of our way as we do, until we step outside onto the main quad. I wanted to say onto the mainland. We're ships now. When we find Nikki, he has a group. Wait, it's a guy. Okay, he has a group of 10 or so others with him. The lot of them standing guard at the front gates. The group hardly looks menacing in their designer jackets and squeaky clean white sneakers, but I have the privilege of knowing that when it comes to my gang, looks aren't everything. What's happening out here? I ask Nikki as we approach, and he gives a grim smile, waving a hand to nowhere in particular. Bunch of Riversiders have been hanging out down the street since around the 4th period. I wanted to say patrol. We think they're after the bell, but we can't be sure. After bell? What bell? I curse softly under my breath, letting my red eye slide to the brass bell that hangs high on top of the school building. Wait, could the program actually did it actually check which eye color I have right now? It's kind of funny. That's cool. That's like props to the coding, I guess. When the academy was first, Cleaner Academy, a high school attended by hardworking students with rich parents, a rival school to both Riverside High and the Capo High. Its gang is led by you. When the academy was first constructed hundreds of years ago, okay, that's really old, the The bell was used to signal the beginning and end of the school day. Now it sits preserved and unused, a beloved symbol of our school's long history. Without a doubt, if the Riversiders have taken the time to cross the river and venue into the city, that only means one thing. They're looking for trouble.
Mm.
What do you want to do about it, Ary? Sarah asked, looking at me expectantly. Suddenly, the stares of a dozen others are on me. Talk about pressure. I take in a breath, my blood rushing with adrenaline as I smother my grin. If you had told me this time last year that I would be the leader of Cleaner Academy's gang, the one that makes the hard decisions and entices everyone else to follow them, I would have said the very idea was ludicrous. What's even harder to believe is how much I like it. The confrontations, the wars, constantly trying to one-up our rivals. I've got a taste of power and found out I liked it. We'll keep a lookout for now. Riverside is hardly worth our time, but we can't just let them waltz in here and do whatever they please. I narrow my eyes. If they dare to come any closer, even a single step, then they have their asses handed to them. Sarah nods in agreement with the decision. You should go home, Kitsune, Nikki says, throwing a thumb in the direction of the gate. Me and the rest of the grunts will take care of it. Why are you calling yourself a grunt? Just saying. My lips pull into a tight line, and I try not to wince at the nickname. Kitsune is what they know me as, although the city and the schools... all through the city and the schools that inhabit it. If only I had the option of choosing my own. Oh, that's probably like... So I will not tell him about that, right? That's so like, yeah. Most people are surprised when they discover the real me, looking like I should be a pretty mannequin on display in a boutique window rather than the leader of my very own gang. Though they're quick to hide it. So, so this is kind of funny. So I don't look like a gang leader, and I somehow came to this position, and I don't even want to be like called it, but whatever. This would be really funny. I think this route will be really good. I stay. Nothing would give me more pleasure of getting the chance to make an example of those who dare to trespass on our turf. I take up a spot leaning against the gates that are the only entrance and exit to our school, watching the remaining students file under the archway and disappear down the street. Ah, it's Kitsune! One of the students shrieks as they spot me. They scurry off as they'd seen a ghost. Wait, so... Oh! Okay. They all address me as they pass by, every single one of them. Some seem happy to see me, others look downright terrified. Once upon a time I was invisible in the school, and now I'm barely getting a moment to myself. I never expected I'd like it so much. Yeah, go kick the capo's ass. Yelling, it's another student fist bumping the air. The capo, a public high school. Oh, okay. So like I'm rich and he's not. A public high school close to Cleaner Academy. Students with lower grades attend the school. Lower grades. It had nothing to do with your grades, girl. The main threat to Cleaner Academy. Its gang is led by the Phantom, aka Gray. I'm 100% sure of that. That's not on the menu today, I say coolly. No, today it's Riverside's High. That's causing trouble. Usually it's the Capo High. That's a pain in the ass to deal with, but they're not the only ones that we have a long-standing feud with. They are on the menu every other day. Nicky snickers. No worries, we've got this. Wait, if we have so many clashes with them, how come like he doesn't know how I look and I don't know how he looks? After all, we have Kitsune as our leader. I smirk proudly, amused when I think back on exactly how everything had happened. Yeah, tell me please. With the last gang leader, Rex, having graduated the year before, the school needed someone new to guide them. Someone who could protect our turf and the people associated with it. I take kickboxing lessons. Okay. I take kickboxing classes 2 days a week after school. My mother had insisted on them when I was younger as a form of self-defense, and I had picked it up right away. Not only did I love it, but I was good at it. Like, really good. So once the rumors began to float around about my skill, the school soon had their new leader, and I had about half a ton of responsibility added to my shoulders. I was hesitant at first. I wasn't sure if I could pull it off, but I soon discovered that not only could I stand my ground as the head of our gang, but I managed to build up a reputation nasty enough to keep our rivals on their toes. Alright. So you are the right girl for it, just because you take kickboxing lessons. There they are, Nikki says as he leans against the gate next to me. He points out a group of both guys and girls hanging out further down the street, smoking and jeering in our direction as they inch closer. Smoking is not cool, guys. The big one in the front is Ivan Novak, leader of the Riverside's gang. They call him the Hammer. I wonder why, I mumble to myself sarcastically, my gaze traveling over a pair of arms as big as tree trunks. You know, if you want to head over and end this right now, I've got your back. I give Nicky a smile, and I'm sure he can already see that I am raring to go. Also, I'm actually a fighter, interesting. Pushing myself off the gate with a smirk, I motion for the group to form around me. I start laying down the plan and how we're going to have the Riversiders running back to their part of the city with their tails between their legs. Alright, let's do this. The evening sky darkens overhead, angry grey clouds looming with the threat of rain. I hurry down the street, my backpack bobbing against my back and my path illuminated only by the street lamps that cast their protective glow around me. I've spent too long going at it with Riversiders, acquiring a good assortment of I jumped the line. Acquiring an assortment of cuts and bruises before we chased them off for good. It was rough, but it was so worth it. I run a finger over the bruise on my cheek and have a laugh at the memory of a girl who had elbowed me in the face. She got it back tenfold in the end. By the time the lot of them had finally run off, she was sporting a split lip. Oh my god. And what I'm pretty sure was a broken nose. Oh my god. I have to say, like, I am a really, like, non-violent person in a sense. Like, I don't like violence at all. And, like, dang. I'm kind of terrified of my own main character right now. Serves the Riverside, but I'm trying to get into character. So, but it's gonna be a bit harder this time around. Serve the Riversiders right for trespassing on territory they have no rights to. A light rain starts to fall, and I curse under my breath, coming back to reality and picking up the pace. I know the route home well. It's only 10 more minutes to walk if I'm quick about it. However, at this rate, I'm likely to get drenched before I get there anyway. Is your mom not gonna be worried that it's so late and that you're coming back with, like, cuts and bruises regularly? It only takes a few more paces before I stop abruptly, a series of voices catching my ear. But I mean, maybe she doesn't. She lives alone for some reason. No, not just voices. Shouts. Dread slithers down my spine as the sound of footsteps grows louder. I look around, but I've got nowhere to hide. And it's too late. Someone comes skidding around the corner. Oh yeah, no, okay, I know that word. Just looked so weird for a second. I yelp in surprise and jump out of the way, avoiding a near collision between us. My hand flies to my chest to steady my beating heart. Wait. Maybe it's not me that's getting chased. Maybe it's the person that's coming around the corner. Could that be? Like, maybe? Or maybe it's Gray. It's probably Gray. And that was close. Are you okay? I ask. It is. Okay, let's take a look at him. I mean, he's handsome. Definitely. I actually really like the birthmark. And like his eyes, obviously. And his hair's a quick, or whatever. I'm not gonna comment everything. The boy who had almost knocked me over bends with his hands on his knees, breathing hard while watching me curiously. What were you just standing around there for? Excuse me, you were the one that ran into me. Standing around is not a crime, you know. I don't know. What did he say again? I'm just gonna say that one. Standing around is not a crime, you know. He playfully tilts his head to the side. No, it's not a crime. Most of the time. That said, it's quite dangerous to be hanging around corners. You never know who you will run into. You mean someone like you?
Hey.
Exactly. Someone just like me. He grins deviously. You never know what could happen. It's not often that I'm at a loss for words. Actually, let me check. Excuse me, you were the one that ran into me. I look him up and down as he straightens, towering over me with an air that about him that's nothing short of arrogant.
Yeah.
Okay, he basically says the same thing.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Okay, wait, I'm gonna go back though and pick that one first.
Hey.
You never know what could happen. It's not often that I'm at a loss for words, but I'm still so surprised that all I can do is dumbly stare at the boy in front of me. Until the shouts come again, closer this time. Both our heads twist towards the source of the noise. Shit, I'd love to hang around and chat, but I'm a bit tied up, if you see what I mean, the boy says quickly, looking up and down the street as if deciding which direction to go. I poke my head around the corner to get a better look of what he's running from, discovering the cause of all the mayhem. Riversiders. I thought I was done with them for today. If they catch me out here on my own, I'm done for. The boy in front of me seems to be just as uneasy. Seems to be on just as uneasy terms with them as I am. So without a second thought, I make a decision to help him. Come with me. Grabbing his hand, I pull him after me, and we bolt in the opposite direction and away from danger. Water splashes around my ankles, soaking my shoes as my feet pound the pavement, certain of their destination. Where am I bringing him? It doesn't take long until we're skidding into a stop in front of a playground, with a darkened alley off to one side, breathing hard. I reach for the gate, the cold metal biting my fingers. I'm not all that surprised to find it locked. I reach back and hastily pull a bobby pin from my hair, letting the teal strands that were pulled back on one side fall free. Wait, oh, it actually read my hair color again. That's cool. Well, it should be purple, but whatever. What are you? Dropping to my knees, I stick the end of the pin in the keyhole, turning it a few times, left to right, up and down, before the lock opens with a click.
Huh?
How did you? Practice, is all I say, as I silence him with my fingers around his wrist, pulling him along with me and meeting little resistance as he follows. He's impressed, I guess. I mean, I would be too. He's in danger and like, yeah. Quick, get inside. Alright, I'm impressed is all. I'm still breathless when I pull him in behind me, closing the gate as quietly as I can and wincing at the sound of metal screaming as I set it back in place. With a heavy exhale of breath, I lean back against the brick wall, eyes closed while a mix of rain, water and sweat runs down my face. It takes a moment to remember that I'm not alone. No, I have this strange boy nearly pressed up against me. There's very little space to move down this alley, and I'm all too aware of the heat his body is radiating so close to mine. Now that there's less than 10 inches between us, I have a clear view of his flushed face. He's not blushing at all. It seems he may have escaped trouble. You were in a fight, I state. This isn't a question, and he knows it. With a raise of one dark eyebrow, he answers. Not by choice. The smug grin that curls his lips tells me everything I need to know. He's no stranger to a fist fight, and I'd hazard a guess that he's even good at it, when not outnumbered. Looks like you've been in a bit of a scrap yourself, he indicates with his head to the bruise quickly developing on my cheek. Does it hurt? The tone in his voice is almost genuine. Our eyes meet, and something in me wants to tell him everything that happened. The chattering of my teeth stops me, and I quickly look away. The alley is sheltered from the rain, though I still hear the drops echoing on the canopy above us, and thanks to my wet clothes, a chill has started to set in. Here, take this. He speaks suddenly, shrugging off his... Wow, he's so nice. Dude, like... I think after Caine, I'm a bit like dry on like genuine people being nice. Here, take this. He speaks suddenly, shrugging off his jacket and holding it in front of me. It looks a lot less drenched than I am. I don't want... Just take it, will you? I don't want to be the cause of you catching your death. Dang, like... His eyes are even more pretty when he's a bit annoyed. I'm just gonna state that for now. I say nothing as I take his jacket, shrugging off my back, to pull it over my arms and zip the front before returning my bag once more. It's a few sizes too big for me, but it's warm and smells good. You smelled it, huh? I stop shivering almost immediately. It suits you, he says, and I have to resist the urge to smile at him, even though I am grateful for the gesture. I let out an unimpressed breath instead, until a storm of thunderous footsteps catches both our attention. Pressing myself back into the wall, I find I'm barely breathing as a group of 5 or 6 people run past the alley, totally unaware of our presence. There's fewer of them than there were outside the academy earlier, but that doesn't make them any less of a threat. It's only when the shots and footsteps disappear in the distance that I realize the breath I've been holding. I try not to look at the boy across from me, although I feel his eyes on me all too well. It's probably best that we wait for a few more minutes before leaving to make sure the coast is actually clear. 2 against 6 are not the kind of odds I'd like to take. Why did you help me? The boy's voice interrupts my thoughts. I snap my eyes to him. He's watching me still, an odd expression twisting his features. I shrug nonchalantly. Riverside High are brutes. I'd never do anything to help them. You must go to Cleaner Academy. You've got high society written all over you. I narrow my eyes, glaring at him. You're from the Capo High, then? Anyone who's on the run from the Riversiders, and I don't personally recognize them, they must go to the Capo High, our biggest rivals. The best there is, he smiles proudly. Says you, I argue. The Capo High seems to attract a lot of trash. Oh no. His expression falters, suddenly looking wounded. There are 3 schools in a city of Cleaner. 3 schools that are constantly at odds with each other, trying to simultaneously outdo and sabotage the others. I mean, I can expect. Okay, let me just make some prediction. The Riverside High. Wait, can I? Okay, I cannot talk about this again, but I already read it, so. A rough and shady school on the other side of the river that divides our town. The Capo High, the biggest of the 3, a public school with high population and a reputation for trouble. And Cleaner Academy, my school. The academy is an upper-class campus. We excel in studies, debates, and sports. Though, even sports, come on. Leave something to the rest, okay? Don't we know exactly how to handle ourselves when it comes down to the wire? Of course, like your academy can just do everything. The locations of our schools are a triangle of sorts, and everything in between is hot property. The schools fight over everything. Parks, basketball courts, burger joints, anywhere we can stake a claim and mark as our own. Oh, so where will my boutique be? As this boy in front of me, we're technically rivals. Students from other schools don't exactly mingle with each other. Hey now, there's no need to be so hurtful. We may be in different schools, but it doesn't mean we have to resort to being rude to each other. I suppose he's right. He hasn't done anything to me or for me to be so on guard around him. He gave me his jacket as well as a sign of good faith. You're right, I begrudgingly admit. He straightens his back with a smile. Then he's still for a moment, as though silently weighing something in his mind. Oh, he was thinking about, should I tell her? But he decided he would, so the name is Grace Jensen. You might have heard of me. My blood runs cold. His name echoes in my mind. Gray Jensen. That's the name of the leader of the Capo High gang. And here I am, helping him get away from a bunch of Riversiders and accepting his jacket. I just colluded with our biggest enemy. Suddenly, I feel sick to my stomach. I push the gate aside, stumbling onto the street with Gray right behind me. Is everything okay? He asks, slightly confused at my reaction. I'm fine. I have to go. Now that I've left the shelter of the alley, the rain trickles over me once again. I shiver when it runs down the collar of the jacket and down my spine. I mean, you helped him, you helped the person in trouble, you shouldn't feel bad about that at all.
What?
Is my name that scary? I promise, anything you might have heard about me are all just ludicrous fairy tales. He starts to explain himself. Uh-huh, I say dismissively, looking around the place to get away from him. There's no way, those are just fairy tales. Once I heard that he infiltrated the Riverside's cafeteria and slipped laxatives into Monday's meatloaf. Oh boy. I heard that the reason the old factory had burned down across town was because of him and his gang that had nuked it. There are other stories too, darker ones that make me wonder if that bright-eyed boy behind me is even capable of such things. I'm sure he's heard stories about me too, or Kitsune, most likely. Thankfully, he doesn't seem to recognize me. Will you at least tell me your name? There's no way I can let him know who I am. We are each other's biggest enemies. A cruel thought runs through my mind. I could finish what the Riversiders started and take him down. Right here, right now. The gang would certainly be ecstatic with that outcome. But with my limbs currently frozen to the bone, I'd be surprised if I could land a half-decent punch. Why? He didn't attack you or anything, he didn't even make a claim on your I guess they do regularly, I don't know. But this is your chance to make an alliance, how about that? Anyway, I mean that's gonna happen in the end, I guess. The fight from earlier today also took a lot of energy out of me. So I stay silent. Never mind then, I'm sure I can find it in the online yearbook of Cleaner's Academy. The Cleaner Academy posts on their website, he says with a wicked grin, and my heart stutters in my chest nervously. It's a useful tool, good for figuring out who I'm up against. I click my tongue at him, trying to downplay the fact that I really, really don't want him to find out my name. Good luck with that, I said dismissively, turning to leave. Gray's footsteps splashed in the puddles behind me, and my teeth grit together. Wow, now he's just following me. I can't be seen with him, of all people. If any of the gang members saw me right now, I'd never live it down. Riverside High is a pain in the ass, but because they're across the river, they don't pose much of a threat. The Capo High has always been our biggest threat, due to being closer to us. Just last month, they stole our school's coat of arms from above the entrance to the main hall, and we finally found that it was half buried in the river, covered in mud and all kinds of icky things. What are you doing in this part of town anyway? I suddenly asked him. Also, just in theory, Are there no authorities? Are there no adults that try to stop these pranks? I guess they just think of them as pranks. I don't know. This is our turf after all. He shouldn't even be anywhere near here, especially all on its own as the leader of the Cabo. If anyone from the academy sees you... You've seen me, and so far, I'm still alive. He cuts me off. I stopped abruptly, spinning on my heel to face him. Digging in my pocket, I pull out my phone, holding it up in front of me, in what I hope is a menacing fashion. One text from me, and all that changes. He huffs a laugh, as though amused by my sudden hostility. Who are you gonna call? Your personal shopper? I swipe the screen to unlock it and scroll for my recent contacts, my finger hovering about Nikki's name. I'm just about to hit the button to dial him when the phone is suddenly and rather rudely snatched from my hands.
Oh?
Oh, who's Nikki? Is that your boyfriend? This is... I want to take this one. I don't want to be fierce. Give that back now! Gray holds the phone just out of my reach as I jump for it. Oh, I growl, tearing its way from the back of my throat. Sure, I'll give it back. Right after I put my I kick him in the shin. I have no patience for games. I mean, he just wanted to give me a number, but yeah, it's not nice to take people's phones. Or things, for that matter. Ouch! He yelps, allowing me to retrieve my phone without any hassle. Alright, you win. My bad. Gray holds his hands up in defeat, taking a step back and eyeing me warily. Takes only a second more before that easy grin slides back onto his face. When can I see you again? With the last huff of air, I roll my eyes, ignoring his low, throaty chuckle. There's no denying that he's attractive, but it means absolutely nothing to me. How about never? I ignore his question, blinking through the rain as I turn and make my way home once again. Well, it was nice meeting you, girl from Cleaner Academy, he calls after me. I mean, yeah, this time he doesn't follow me. Good riddance. I can't believe I ran into the leader of our rivals. I'm so lucky he doesn't know what Kitsune looks like. I mean, true, but I don't think he would have done anything to you. But he wouldn't have been as flirty. I mean, probably flirty, but not like that. He would probably be a little bit hostile and a little bit flirty. Anyway. Yeah, whatever. And that's the end of the episode. And yeah, I mean, that was a promising start. I really like him. I'm really looking forward to this, and we will see how it goes and how it goes. I mean, how it continues in the next episode. Bye!